Do-Rag Wisdom here, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Earth Day Y2K 21.04.01 No Foolin'. Music by Various once again because my poor iPod has to get its music out some way or else explode. I have no time to deny that our country has only one viable party right now, a threat to our constitutional democratic republic in itself. I have no time to waste not believing that the tyranny teabagger party, formerly the GOP, is trying to destroy our voting rights, paving the way for a return of President Dictator wannabe number 45. Therefore, it is time to get it all out in the open about the conflicts our republic has between the rich and the poor, between the white and the rest of us, and between the religious and the secular. A government that does not have a clear plan that addresses these issues is doomed to fail. I always bring up the example of Rome. They had their high ideals blasted away by their gluttony, among other things. Rome lasted 500 years before it fell, beginning as a republic and ending as a dictatorship. The USA has only been around half that time, with plenty of time to suffer Rome's fate. After all, in that vast scheme of things, what's 500 years or 250 years? The dinosaurs were here for like 3 million years. We flirted with fascist authoritarian rule, and we've given those with authoritarian impulses plenty of ammunition by simply allowing them to use and to abuse our laws. Now, voting is under attack by GOP tyrannists all over our country. They hope that we've been too worried about radical socialism when all of us should have been worried about fascist authoritarianism instead. You can't blame us completely. Americans work extremely hard and vacation less than those, by the way, from some other countries. We are not even allowed a day off to vote on election day. And even if we vote, we have an electoral college and dark money ready to overturn our will. For the first 200 years of our country, and now beyond, mostly rich white men have run things. Mostly blacks and other people of color have been underfoot. And religious extremists have always tried to blur the distinction between church and state. I was not surprised when we elected a dictator 45th president, a racist Nazi KKK criminal creep, because we have been drifting toward authoritarianism for years. In a previous broadcast, I spoke of H.R. 1. This passed the House and is now in the divided Senate known as S1. S1, if it becomes law, is designed to bring back our voting rights, eliminate gerrymandering, and cancel Citizens United and its dark right-wing rich money. To protect this vital shield for our republic, our voting rights, we must make voting as widespread and as easy as possible. Voting should never, ever be the Kafkaesque process that tyrannous teabaggers want it to be. Voting Day is the Christmas Day, the Yom Kippur, the Ramadan of our secular high holidays. In fact, we should stop referring to Voting Day as merely a day. Voting Day is really a voting time, a voting season. Laws must be amended or changed to get rid of anything that denies people their fundamental voting rights. 1. The Electoral College must be abolished. 2. Gerrymandering must be outlawed. 3. Citizens United and its dark money in our elections must be expunged. 4. H.R. 1/S1 must be written into law to protect our voting rights forever. 5. Washington, D.C., Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands have a right to be states. They should be states if they want to be. 6. Higher population states should have more senators than just 2. 7. The filibuster must either be eliminated entirely or returned to its original format when the minority opinion had to talk its head off. 8. The Supreme Court should contain an odd number of justices. With this configuration, no matter who is president or which party is in power, 4 liberals, 4 conservatives, and 1 bona fide middle-of-the-road swing vote. 9. All federal judicial appointments must be term limited. Voting day, folks, must be recognized as a time, a kind of season. Our secular holy days. 1. Voting day must be a national holiday. Voting day itself must be a national holiday. I entertain no debate in this. 2. No one should ever have to stand in obnoxiously long lines for the privilege and for the right to vote. If any voting precinct has inordinately long lines and other inconveniences, they should be investigated and fined for abusing the voters. 3. Voting by mail must always be allowed. 4. Sunday and/or weekend voting must always be allowed. 5. Drop boxes for ballots must be used in every neighborhood in the precinct. They must be plentiful. 6. Absentee voting must always be allowed. 7. The people must oversee the counting. Locals, the whole way it's always been done, not the legislature or the courts. 8. Voting season must last. Voting season, once again, ladies and gentlemen, must last for at least 3 months before Election Day and 2 weeks after to get absentee votes or military votes in. We do not want a return of dictator scum 45. Therefore, the road from constitutional democratic republic to pure democracy should not be covered with rusty nails and broken glass. Democracy should be easy, and the right to vote should never, ever be onerous.